All right, I am Dina with the Rhode Island Wave, and we're here at the Mediator Fellowship talking with Don.
Don Tassone.
Don Tassone is how he says it. All right.
Get that E at the end. A lot of people drop the E.
All right, because we're Italian, right? So
That's right.
Got to say the E. Don Tassone.
Yes.
And this is it, and it's in this nice little neighborhood, and this is the building. And so now, how long has this been here?
Since 1859. It's the first structure that was built in this neighborhood. We're in the Reservoir Triangle area of Providence, the safest neighborhood in the city of Providence, by the way, statistically.
Awesome.
And this building was the first building built in this neighborhood. It was built by the Gorham Silver Company. It was built by the Gorham Silver Company as a meeting place for the immigrants that were going to work in their factory, their silver factory. And so that's why it kind of looks like a church, but a non-denominational type of one, because they didn't know the kind of immigrants that were going to come and work for their factory.
All right, very cool.
But it's been here ever since, and then houses were built around it. But it's been a church for most of those years. We've been here. The Mediator Fellowship has been here since about 1980 or so. We had a real church on Peace Street, but that burned down back in the 60s. Then this building became available, and the people that were part of the fellowship back then scooped it up, and we've been here ever since. You want to go up the ramp now?
Yeah, let's.
All right.
It's all nice and compliant.
Yep. We try. Now the whole building has been recently upgraded.
Nice.
New windows, new siding, premium siding, by the way. Not
Very
that cheap
nice.
Stuff, so. Anyhow, and we've just gone out of our way to really bring it up to the 21st century, while leaving the historical aspects of it, like these historical doors. We left those here.
Beautiful.
So, come on in. Welcome.
All right.
So this is the foyer, bulletin boards and all kinds of groovy stuff over here. We have this thing here, which is an Edison Turntable from 1915.
Huh.
And it kind of fits in, so that's why we have it here.
Very cool.
And it's loaded with records. If you find these, usually they don't have the records, but we have about 50 of them in the drawer down here.
Huh. So it works.
Cool. It works really good.
Wow, that's very cool.
To pump it up for you?
Maybe later.
All right. And then if you turn around, we have the little brother of this thing. This is an Edison dictaphone from about the same era. It used to have a horn coming out of here that you'd speak in, and it either used wire or wax to record, and that was one of the first dictation machines in history.
Very
Again,
cool.
Edison invented.
Now, what's the connection with Edison here?
Just old and cool, kind of like the building. That's all.
All right, very cool. Now, what's upstairs?
Upstairs are offices. We can come on up and we'll show you the balcony.
Let's do that first.
We'll show you the balcony. So this will give you a bird's eye view of the hall from the balcony. We have many functions here, from rental ceremonies and parties and weddings and what have you, memorial ceremonies, to our weekly open mic.
It's Thursday nights, and do you have to sign up early?
Yeah, we sign up. It starts at 7:30. We sign up at 7. The performers sign up at 7, and it's a pretty cool place. We
very cool.
We definitely emphasize on making the performers happy here. The performers come first. The musicians and the performers come first here. It's a listening room where we require people maintain a certain silence, not total silence, but just enough so that the performers are heard, rather than the usual open mics and bars and things like that.
Very cool.
But that happens every Thursday night. And then, for instance, on Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock, we have an interdenominational, uh, what we like to call a spirit session, where we have some spiritual hour.
There you go.
By the way,
There's our spiritual guy.
this is Ethan Phoenix, who hosts that spiritual.
So I started at the Unitarian Church in East Greenwich, and I was on their worship committee for 10 years, and that training helped guide me towards being as inclusive as possible. As a kid, I had been raised in Christianity, but in high school I started learning about Taoism, Buddhism, Hinduism. So we just ask people in their spirituality and in their theology, when they're building that they think about people. Because it's all about just being kind is what we ask. And so yeah, we have a really great event every Sunday at 1 o'clock with different themes each week and a place for all.
Yeah, so that's our weekly service, which, a lot of people say, this is even a church, more a community. No, we are a church.
That's awesome.
We have all bases covered here at the Mediator Fellowship. Yeah, but we do have a lot of entertainment as well. And we have a lot of partners. For instance, every Friday night, we have Providence Tango.
Oh.
Comes here.
That's great.
And they do a little, they clear the floor, and they do a little music and tango and dancing, and it's a great time. And then also Josh Bell, who's premier classical mandolinist. He used the hall to rehearse his ensemble L'Esperance mandolin ensemble. And you haven't heard this hall until you've heard 40 mandolinists playing classical music at the same time. It's really cool. So he's been here for a long time, and he's definitely one of our partners.
So Thursday night you come here and you can play your music.
Yes.
And what time do you get here?
Thursday night, again, if you want to perform, you can sign in at 7 p.m. The show starts around 7:30.
And then
And we go until
Friday night they tango.
Friday is tango.
Now, can you watch them tango?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And then Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock
is the spiritual hour.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a spiritual hour. Do you have? I know a lot of UUs do like coffee hour after. Do you?
We offer drinks, but we are going to start doing the coffee hour after, because you're right. It's not. Can it be a UU
Without coffee
fellowship
hour?
without coffee hour?
Coffee is so important.
I am actually a registered UU.
There you go.
Oh,
So I was curious.
Yeah, well, we've been doing this now for a year this April, and slowly but surely, like I start with a chalice lighting and the spoken word before we get into the guided meditation.
Nice.
We have a time of joy, sorrows, and concerns where people can light a candle, just like you would see at a lot of different UU churches. I was lucky. I was a traveling artist out of my backpack, so I got to visit a lot of UU churches in Maine, Pennsylvania, Florida, in California. So I got a real taste for how it's different but the same when you go to different ones. Which one were you at?
Well, I joined the First Unitarian on Benefit Street when their minister was a Buddhist.
Reverend James Ford?
Yes.
He was so wonderful.
He retired.
Right, because it was his wife. Then they moved back to the West Coast.
I don't know what happened.
I think that's what he told me, because I used to go to their monthly potlucks.
Yes.
That they were excellent at hosting.
Yeah, so I've kind of lost UU. So I'm gonna try to come here and see what you guys are doing.
But the thing about the Mediator, which has made it different from other UU churches or other churches in general, is the fact that since 1960 or so,
Uh-huh.
the fellowship did away with liturgy, did away with the pastor, did away with an organized. The most organized thing we have is Eighth service.
There you go.
Other than that,
Because of my
it's
background.
a true
Well,
democracy
there's
here.
nothing wrong with a
It's
little
run by the
organized
board.
service.
Yeah, so this is the stage area, and we have a friend of mine nursing home for pianos.
Oh, so pianos come to.
A lot of pianos here. They all work for the most part,
There you go.
but it's just a unique place. It's tough to find real instruments, but we have them in abundance here.
That's great.
But this back here, when we did our upgrade, they asked me, "Is there anything else you want?" And I asked for this, never thinking they'd go for it.
Oh.
I said, "Yeah, I want a poker hole in the back wall and put a deck out there with a patio." They said, "Okay."
And here it is.
All right.
Let's check it out.
That's what we did. So
This is a picnic waiting to happen.
this is our wonderful backyard and our deck.
We'll not freeze them out. Look at this. Wow.
Yep. So the nice thing about this deck is it's brandy new, and we haven't tried this out yet. But I made sure these two sections were removable,
Ah.
so that if there's a band up here, there won't be an audience down there. They won't be hindered by these.
Ah, very
at all.
nice. Very nice.
So they are removable. But we have a nice patio
Nice,
down
beautiful
at the
yard.
bottom, and we have a big backyard which we're going to have professionally landscaped this spring.
Yeah,
And it's going to look really cool back here.
absolutely.
And-
Already looks cool.
Our neighbors are really cool.
Yep.
As I say, the building's been here for so long that when they moved in, they knew that there was a community center here,
Yep.
so they can't complain too much. And we're very respectful. We try to keep the noise down and not go too late at night. Around 10 o'clock, all the loud music stops. But besides that, the inside is all new.
And remind me what the address is again here?
50 Rounds Avenue in Providence,
Yep.
in the Reservoir Triangle area of Providence.
Awesome.
So, let's go back
Let's
inside.
go back inside.
This is Sunshine. She's a part of the board here at the Mediator Fellowship. And she does a few things here too, so I'll just let her talk. And she can explain what her role is here at the
Awesome.
Mediator Fellowship.
All right, Sunshine, what do you do here?
Well, I'm secretary, so I do the notes and things like that. I also help with the different kinds of fundraisers and events that we have here. We all have little doodads we do. I also have my card reading spot upstairs.
Awesome.
So I do events for that here as well. And so,
Part of the bones of the place.
I'm sorry?
So you're part of the bones of the place.
Yes.
Yeah, you're here. Okay.
Yeah, so today I guess we're trying to get some new members and organizing all this, and we have a few events going on, for the rest of the month in the summer. So
Awesome.
it's going to be good.
Hey, as you may or may not know, I should say, we've been going through some changes here at the Mediator Fellowship. We lost our last president of the board, Jerry Tilling, has passed away. About a month ago now. Time flies. So, we've been kind of like a ship without a rudder since then. But, that's the way the Mediator Fellowship has always been for as long as I've been here. It's really, a bunch of Indians with no chiefs. It's for the people that get involved, they can also use this hall. This hall is nothing unless it's used. It's just an empty building, no matter how nice it is. It's got to be used. And so that's what we're all about. So how do you use it? Well, you can rent it. That's fine, But if you become members, then yeah, you can still rent it, but we'll be a lot kinder to you in terms of rental fees, okay? As members, you will get special dispensations renting the hall. You can rent the hall for musical events, for birthday parties, for christenings, for graduations, anything really. It's here at our disposal. That's what it's here for. That's why we did all of this. So, and that's why I invited you all here, because I want, a lot of people don't know that there's a need unless it's verbalized. I just wanted to let you know that we have a need. We want people to get involved. We want you to become members, and then after a while, if you become an active member and you want to increase your involvement, then eventually you become a board member. There's no limit as to how many people are on the board. The more the better, I think, if they're all good people and they're all dedicated. That's what we need. That's what we're all about. Okay, so I have this here, up here. If anybody wants to fill it up later, again, no pressure. That's not what we're about here. But the request is out there, right? Now, as I say, a place like this is like a three-legged stool. It's donations, it's rentals, and it's functions. Functions where we raise fundraising. So that's how this place runs. If one of those classes, like with the pandemic, we had very few rentals, then all of a sudden it's a balancing act. Yeah, you can survive, but it's difficult. If two of them go, then we're going to fall over. So that's what we need. We need those three things to happen. The rentals, the board will take care of that. And there are people that just rent the hall because it's here. We charge them $300, and they have their party. They usually leave a mess. We clean it up.
A radio hit song. Help me get back to your arms. Help me get where I belong. I think you're crazy. Maybe you're crazy. Stop sending letters. Letters always get burned. There's some little white light. I think you're crazy. Maybe you're crazy. your house belong to me. Room by room, each day I'll wait for you there. Now I'm your stone, I'll wait for you there. Hell, I read till the day was done. And I said it all the things that I've done were all that I've missed, all that I've wrong in dreams until my death I